Hello, welcome. You're joining us for another VRL race, Season 1, this time in Brazil. Joining me on comms as ever is the delightful Icewind.
Hello everyone.
Yeah.
I've just seen a car actually hit the wall coming out of the pit straight, so that's kind of a start for this qualifying session. Anyway, yeah, go ahead, Chief. Sorry.
Yeah, that's one way to start the session.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a treacherous pit exit, that one, but yeah, that's not how you want to start the session. But yeah, hopefully we will be in for another great race. We've had quite a few. We've done about 3 races now this season, commentary wise, and they've all been pretty epic. Last time out, we saw Danny Coe on his birthday charge through the field, trying to get the win. Couldn't do it on the day due to penalties, I believe, as well as some really good tactics from the race winner, who, if I believe correctly, was Vexation.
Yeah, that's correct. He had absolutely no penalties when the rest of the guys up at the front had quite a few. So.
Yeah, so we have a few new drivers on the track today. A few ones I haven't recognized. I think guys might be familiar with them. There's her Scary.
Yeah, I think that's also called Duip. No, Duip is actually a different guy. So these are Finnish guys anyway. Sorry, so I'm mixing things up. So these are guys who also drive in the Finnish league LOR, who actually won the EGL championship last Friday. So good to see some Finns on the track. If you wanna win, choose a Finn. Isn't that the old saying from?
Well, if it wasn't,
Dennis,
it is
I
now.
think.
Yeah, it definitely is now. Because as you said, the EGL was. I wouldn't say it was a dominant performance, but I mean they made it look pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it was actually very close. Like we were only a few points, three teams. I also drove one race at the end when Twizzerl had technical fault at one of the drivers, so I had to step in, and yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, P6 I believe with zero
Yeah.
practice, not bad at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it was okay.
So speaking
So
of
we have
those flying fins, I got Ascari is one
yeah.
P1 with a 109 flat.
Yep, and that's not really a big time, I would say, yet. So I've seen, for example, Danico here, who I'm riding on board with this. He's done low 108 for sure, so there's plenty of time to find there. So I think this is just basically banker laps that the guys are setting in here to get ready for the other laps. And on this track, it's definitely easy to do 4 runs. So I believe that's what the drivers are going to aim for here.
Yeah,
so a short lap, and you will have easily time for 4 runs.
Yeah, it's a great track, this Brazil. I really do like it. It's another one of the drivers' favorites from the calendar. Quite a twisty infield section, and then you've got there's a couple of cars off track there at the minute.
Wonder if there's been a crash or whatever happened there.
Looks like there
was.
was.
And there was a Williams there. I think Luca. So Luca is now letting other drivers pass. He's spun out in the long left-hander just before the final straight. Yeah, now he's getting a move on. So yeah, I don't know if they came together there with Duip or whatever happened, but
yeah, it certainly looked like that. But on board with Justin, that racer at the minute, as he goes into turn 1, gets a pretty good turn in there in turn 1, and is getting up to speed as he hits that second DRS straight here, as he hits into sector 2. Get this fast left-hander. It's a double left-hander. You want to brake as late as possible, ride the curb on the exit, and just feed the car through the fast left-hander there. This next right-hander gets his wheel a bit on the grass there. Might not be too bad. Won't lose him too much time there. But you want to just keep that angle of attack quite shallow. Keep close to the apex. And again, another twisty section here as it's a left-hander hairpin, quite slow on another hairpin here. A bit tighter this time, and you want to get on the throttle as early as possible. And it looks like a pretty tidy sector 2 from Justin there as he comes through the final corner. It is absolutely imperative that you get a really good run out of here because it's such a long straight, and bit of a weird angle there. Yeah, he decides to back out of this one altogether, so Obviously, he wasn't very happy with that lap, or maybe he's on the hards and he's just in a little bit of
Yeah.
a warm-up lap there. But yeah, tidy
Yeah, I
enough stuff.
wonder maybe he invalidated in turn 1. That might have been, I don't know. It was a bit close on the, or turn 2 rather, but yeah. Anyway, there's a little bit of a lull, I guess, on the, and everybody's trying to get back to the pits or either start a lap. So gonna have a couple of words about the championship. So the drivers' championship has actually been decided in the last race, and Cosi is the drivers' champion. Nobody can do anything about it at this point anymore because we have only 2 races to go, and he's about 60 points in the clear. For P2, we still have a race. Danico is hot on the heels of Light Cruiser. He's 16 points away. It's of course not an easy job for Danny, but there's still the chance, of course, for Danny to get up to P2 in the championship, and that's pretty much the closest fight also on the board when I'm looking at the standings. So still a fight for the last 2 podium spots for the championship table anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
On the
whenever
constructors, McLaren also is in the clear, I believe. So and Ferrari is also second. So on the constructors, it's more set than on the drivers.
yeah, you sometimes see this in a real F1, you know, where the driver championships all kind of wrapped up early, and the final races then are just like free-for-alls basically. So even though there's not a title up for grabs here, or there's nothing really to play for in that regard, it's still it kind of frees up everybody to just race and not worry about points or whatever, you know, just to do a good race. So we are still
Yeah.
we're in store for a pretty good one here. It's Brazil. It's a classic Grand Prix, and I've got a dog at my feet here trying to get onto my lap, and he's pretty wet.
Keyboard
So
Magnus and up to P1.
stay away.
Yeah. So Hearts with the keyboard sets the fastest start lap so far, 108.9, and Danny is on a fast lap as well. I've been following him through the lap, and he's 6 tenths up at the moment. So I think Danny is about to grab P1 here, coming across the final long straight. It looks to be a good exit as well. So Danny across the line, and he didn't validate, and apparently I don't know where that happened. It didn't look like that it would be an invalidated
Oh,
lap.
Danico has left the session. I wonder if that was something to do with it as well. I know he's having
So,
technical issues with his computer at the minute, so hopefully he gets back in for the race. But
yeah, because there's nothing on the. I'm looking at the race director, and there was like he doesn't have a sector time for the last sector, so maybe he disconnected midway or something.
I think that might have been it, yeah, because I know he was saying beforehand that his PC just intermittently shuts down.
That's not good for Danny.
Yeah, hopefully he gets back in because he does have a P5 currently on there, so he should be top 10 if he's able to make it for the race.
Yeah.
Although
So,
we still have a few guys here, very fast guys, yet to set a time like Light Cruiser, as you were saying before, and Justin, we know he's pretty fast.
yep.
Ron X, I'm not familiar with, so we'll see what he's
Also
got.
from LOR, runs in the tier 2 in LOR, I believe, but I would expect him to be in the mix there as well.
Yeah, he's heading out on the track at the minute, so we'll keep an eye on him.
So Justin and Light Cruiser, actually coming out now, but Justin is still in the pits with his. He hasn't gone out again after that hard run he did. So I wonder why he's staying in the pits for now. He still has time for 2 runs if he goes out just now, but yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think is he heading out now? Is that him heading out of the
surprisingly
pits?
many people who've actually set a time on the hard tire. Sorry to cut you in there, Chief, but so I'm a little bit surprised that because as far as I know, this is a pretty easy soft to medium truck.
Yeah, that's a strange one. I wonder what the weather report's going to be for this race.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a factor as well. Just taking a moment to say hello to everybody who's watching. Say hello in chat. I see Contender is in chat saying hello, what's up? I believe that is Contender. It's the same avatar with different names. So, yeah, hope you enjoy what you're watching right now. We're seeing Justin, that racer, finally getting out on track. He's got the medium tires on, which is Yeah, it's a viable strategy, of course. If he was able to make that last, if it is a dry race, we're thinking a one-stop medium to soft then. So
Yeah.
he would have a very fast final stint. He's just making his way to the final corner and getting the throttle down as he prepares to start his hot lap. He's yet to set a lap, so this is it's going to be crucial. He's got 6 minutes and 40 left, so there is time for maybe 2 laps here, but
I think 2, yeah.
it's going to be pretty tight, I would say. So let's follow him as he again feeds the car into the first corner. Definitely didn't validate that time. Kind of stayed away from the curbs a bit too much. We lost a bit of time there. So he heads down with DRS open into turn 4, I
4, I
believe.
think. Yep.
Yep, and just
It's tidy so far.
kissing that outer curve there, which is what you want to do. You want to take too much, it will invalidate. And again, take a pretty shallow line in through these two double right-handers. And it's just so I mean,
Nice and tight there as
it's,
well. So it's looking good for him.
yeah, it's just so easy to lock up there. You know, just go too heavy on the brakes and scrub off a lot of speed. So yeah, as you say, carried a lot of momentum for there. Looked pretty tidy.
It's been a tidy lap, so he's at the medium, of course. So I'm not expecting him to top the sheets with this attempt, but it's been a tidy lap so far. I think a little bit of white there in the last corner, coming onto the back straight, but let's see, main straight. Sorry,
Danny and
he's out of ERS and so.
oh yeah, so he's going P10 or
Yeah.
109.344 on those mediums. So
It's not a bad time on the mediums.
Danny Co in chat is saying my lap would have been pole, and that's what you were kind of saying yourself. Not
Yeah.
anymore though. Hopefully, Danny, you're able to make it back into the race. We've got our fingers crossed for you, mate.
Yeah, definitely. It would be good to see Danny on track, and yeah, I agree on Danny that that would have been a good lap.
Also, Wimpy,
Unfortunately.
Wimpy in chat saying, hey, hello, my South African friend. That's what I call you, my Nigerian friends.
Hello, Wimpy. So,
Mr.
what's up?
EGL is in the house. You know what's interesting? I see got vexation here and P15 with a 119. So,
Yeah, he's also out on the medium, so and I think he's just about to start a lap here as well. So
yeah, because he's on the medium, so he might get 2 runs at least. Not really going to be optimum though.
yeah, it's an kind of a oddball strategy, I think, to start on the medium unless you're really quick, like the guys in the low R race last Sunday that I did. But is there a little bit of a stream there? No, slipstream.
Yeah, tiny bit.
Yeah, it's not really anything.
But you know what?
On a 16.9 in the first sector, that means he's about 1.5 tenths down.
Oh my word!
The fastest time so far.
Already, yeah, that's not great.
And runs wide there as well. So let's see what I can put up here on the board.
Yeah, because currently we have with the top 3 guys are guys who I have not actually seen in VRL before, so it's really shaking this session up here. The closest guy would be Luca, he's a VRL guy, and Ingenio.
Yep. And vexation coming across the finish line, and it's a decent lap actually on the mediums, 109.1. So he can be pretty happy with that.
Yep, and he pulls off
to the way for the cars now.
Yeah. So he will not have a time unless he I mean he could potentially do another run on these mediums, but yeah, it's just going to take the life out of him. And I don't think it's.
Yeah, I think it's not worth it. But we'll see what he decides to do. I think he will pit. But I've been wrong before, so we'll see. So I think the rest of the top 3 are actually top 4 are going out for their. Or is Luca on a lap already actually? So no, he's not. He's at the pit. So
yeah,
I
think Ingenio.
Sitting at a pit, I think.
Ingenio, I think, is on a lap at the moment.
Yep.
Looks pretty tidy so far. Doesn't look the fastest, but as of as has happened before, I've watched drivers, including yourself, Icewind, do a lap and think it's
Fractionally up.
not the fastest lap, and it's been pole. So I will I'll bite my tongue for this one until he crosses the line. See what
Yeah.
he's got in the bag.
Let's see what it is, because I'm always interested in this. Is the so he improves fractionally on his time, but actually gets 2 spots or 1 spot with that, because the field is extremely close from 3rd to 6th at the moment. It's only a 10th between there.
Yeah, and because this is like you were saying before, it's a very short track, so we are going to see these times
Yeah.
very compacted. Not much between P1 to pretty much P15 is not much in it. 2 seconds spread.
So if you look at this lap data thingy on the screen, it's always compared to your own best time, is it? Because I honestly don't even know. So it's a shame we can't have the like real life F1 where you can see if it's actually if it's green you're improving your own time,
Yeah.
and if it's purple you're going purple in the whole session. But yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I've got Ron X about to cross the finish line. He's on a hot lap at the minute. Quite a few guys coming through here actually. Let's see what he's got in the bag. P3 currently with 108.8 is unable to improve on that.
Could he actually? No, I was thinking that's not his teammate, so never mind. Justin starting a lap as well, and he's got that medium time on the board at the moment, and Vexation retires as I suspected he would. So Justin is up on his time, and looking to make an improvement here from his medium time, and so Grassy just also retires from the session. So
yeah, and we've got Kazi about to cross the finish line. I wonder what he's got. He's got mediums on here, so probably not going to be pole position, but yeah, he kind of improves a little bit. 109.477.
yeah, it's definitely improved, but it was an invalidated lap, so he would have been up with that. So unlucky for him. So 109 flat would have taken him to P8.
Yeah, and Do Ip has one pole with a 108.497, just pipping Hiscari. Keeper Manson actually up to P3. Navek P4, Ron X P5. And we're seeing a lot of guys retiring now. Luca out.
Hiscari goes pole.
Oh, Hiscari gets pole in the dying moments of the Grand Prix, or the qualifying. It's 108.429. There's not much in that at all. What is that, 700s,
yeah.
700s, jeez.
It's very close up there. I'm really ashamed that Danny couldn't, and I think he's not even making it back. So it's
yeah, I see that in
disaster
chat.
for Danny Co.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for us and for Danny.
Yeah, and Danny I think would have been up there fighting for that pole there, but he's actually joined the session now. So let's hope that he would be able to stay in.
Flippy just about made it back in there, didn't he? Skin of his teeth. We've got Wimpy in chat as well. He says good to see some action from the other leagues on EGL, and it's worth mentioning the VRL streams have been very well received so far. So more to come, I'm sure. More to come.
Yep. 14 viewers, 15 viewers actually. So.
Yeah, it's not bad actually for a Wednesday night.
Yeah. So welcome everybody who's viewing this stream.
So there you have it.
We're about to start the race.
Yeah. So quite a number of unknown drivers. Kind of, I think Ice is aware of some of them. They're Finnish, so I think
just know the names from LOR. I don't know if I know them personally, but
yeah. I think if you drive for LOR, you're immediately seen as pretty fast.
yeah, I guess so.
So we are in session at the moment. I'm just looking at the sky, a bit cloudy. It doesn't look too bad though. So hopefully no rain. But we never know. This game can throw some surprises at you.
Yep, we do. Did you get any official information about the weather?
No, nothing yet. No. I mean, maybe Danny could enlighten us if he's in chat there. I think he's back in the game though, so maybe not. So
we're on the formation lap. So
so here we go. This is VRL season 1, as we say. We're approaching the end of the season. There's the championship's all wrapped up, but we have an interesting race in our hands as we see a Red Bull. I look like, is that do who is that Red Bull?
let's do it, but don't know what he's doing. But, yeah.
Interesting, yeah. Maybe a bit of mind games going on there, but yeah. So let's do a wee bit of a rundown on the grid then. So we've got this SHZ Hiscari. Not seen him before. Oh, there's Danny Co out of the session again. So
Oh
I'm
no.
thinking that's it for him. Yeah, unless he can get back in pretty quick. But yeah, as I was saying, Hiscari, unknown to us, has put himself on pole, so obviously is very, very quick. Duep is another unknown quantity to myself, but I think Ice, you were saying you're aware of him, and
Also from LR, yeah.
he's P2, so we've got two very fast guys at the front here, but a familiar name, Keyboard Magnussen, P3, he's on the keyboard, got himself up to P3, so obviously Brazil is keyboard friendly, and Nivek P4, and we seen him in the last race, he did okay, but P4 here, he's going to have a much better start.
Going down the grid in 5 we have Runks. Also from LOR, Ingenio and Alfa Romeo. Done some good races back, the ones that I've commentated here. Luca in P7 and Justin in P8.
Yeah, and a few other familiar names. Pixel, of course, he did very well the last race. Vexation rounds out the top 10. Of course, Danny Co and Causey, both teammates for McLaren. And Danny Co, of course, got kicked from the session there. I believe he's got some technical issues. And that pretty much rounds it up. There, we've got a few other fast guys at the back, but here we go where the lights are up. And we are about to get underway for the Brazil race. We are go. So we've got Hiscari in the lead. It looked like Duop got a very, very, very good start there. He's got that inside line, and he sent it down the inside. He's got the car
Side by
alongside,
side. And
and
Dewey takes the lead, I think.
yeah, Hiscari just got a wee bit wide there on the apex, and it's cost him a little bit. He might actually get.
Hart's also challenging hard for P2, but I think he has to hold back to P3.
Oh,
So,
and
Duep
Duep running wide again there. I saw that in the formation lab. It was a bit of a premonition that one, but he managed to maintain that P2 position, which is great. But Hartza is all over. Hartza, of course, being keyboard warrior, I believe his name is in this race. But he's doing well to keep in a P3 position. But he is being hassled by Ron X behind him there, looking pretty pacey in the Toro Rosso.
Yep. So the Finnish boys taking the lead of the race on the opening lap here. Hiscari managed to get it back after Duip making that mistake. So Hiscari leads, Duip second, Keyboard Magnussen third, and Ronks in the fourth. And then Nivek managed to hold on to his P5. Well, I gotta set up some my UI properly actually. So
yeah, Hiscari with a pole position there. Of course, he's leading this race currently, but there's a bunch of guys behind him that have something to say about that. And it looks like Hiscari got wide again through turn 2, turn 3, coming out of turn 3 there. And Duep is closing in. He's going to go for the outside line, and it's a tough one to make stick here. But Hiscari getting a bit wide, and Duep able to go switch to the inside and get that move done, which is very impressive from him. Gets that move done very cleanly, and
yep.
yeah, so Hiscari done to P2 now. Duep is up to P1. We're going to see DRS open up in lap 3 here as well. So that's going to.
All this big fighting is actually helping out Vexation and Cossi here on the alternate strategy, starting on the medium. So I think they will be able to hang on to this back, and the further in the race they get, they're going to be stronger toward the end of the stint. And of course, on the softs at the end of the race, they will be really.
And Grassy, is that Grassy Joseph, or there's someone off the back there? Look like a Renault Neiman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he coming out of the final corner. I think he might have touched the curb and got all kinds of sideways. So he is currently P16 there at the back. Duep is stretching his legs a little bit here. He's got a gap of 0.8. But we will see Hiscari open up that DRS, and right behind him is a very large DRS train as Neiman retires from the session. So we've got our first retiree, 15 remain in the session.
Light Cruiser has never mind, actually he didn't manage to get past Kratzy, just my bad. So but now he might actually do on the outside, actually very, very daring from Light Cruiser, but he manages to make it stick. So Light Cruiser up to P10 on the outside in the long right-hander. That's
Oh,
looked a bit scary, but he's managed to do it.
and did you notice that he's missing a little bit of front wing there? And
Oh, he is actually, yeah.
that is going to cost him big time. You got a lot of fast sweeping corners here, just including the one he just went through here. Oh, thought that was a bit.
There's somebody off. There's somebody off. Nivek has gone off in the final corner toward the main straight, so Nivek closes a bunch of positions there.
Yeah, he's down to P9. He's going to be under attack from Light Cruiser pretty soon, I would say.
Yep. Does he have any damage? I don't think so. That's not visible anyway.
Oh, and look behind Light Cruiser, Grassy Joe's sending up the inside of Luca. Pretty daring move there. He just forces his way through. Luca can do nothing about it. Drops down to P12.
Yeah, Luca in a bit of a trouble here at the back.
Yeah, I'm going to keep
Sends it on the inside, and they're wheel buying a little bit. Oh, when they push each other off the track almost, and Grassy just ends up losing a couple of positions there because of that. So they just run out of space there. That's what it looked like. Wonder if there's going to be some FIA discussion about that after the race, but anyway, Luca manages to get up to P11 and Grassy just drops to P13. I think neither of them got any damage there, so at least there's that.
Yeah, it looks like Luca.
He's really sent it into that corner, but
yeah.
I mean, there was space, I think, but
yeah, he's looking pretty feisty. He's not going to give up positions that easy, which isn't good news for Pixel and Grassy Joes, who are kind of stuck behind him at this time.
And Luca gets DRS on Light Cruiser on the main straight as well. I wonder if he's going to try and send it into turn 1. Might be just too far back to do that, yeah. So there's a big fight for P10 at the moment.
Yeah, and we've got Keeper Magnussen. He's about to put a move on Iscari. He gets the move done around the outside, but Iscari fighting back on the inside goes very wide there. It's going to lose him a bit of momentum.
That's an illegal overtake from the game. Yeah, I think Hartza might have to, he did yield as well.
Yeah, he's looking very pissy though, Hartza. These guys have not dropped off too much from Duep in the lead. All these guys on soft tires. We've got P7, P8 on the medium tires. Cossy's done pretty well to get himself up to P8. I believe he started around P14, P13.
Vexation almost runs into the back of Justin. Sorry, just manages to avoid him, but these guys, Vexation and Cossy on the mediums, hanging on well on in the pack. So this is looking good for their strategy, I think, because they will be on the softs at the end of the race. So Vexation also really close to Justin here on the main straight, and I think he's gonna try and make a move into the first corner. Goes on the inside, brakes late, and is that a move done?
I think so,
not
yeah.
quite, because Justin manages to still hang on to it, but they almost spaced their.
That's nice.
There's also Cossy in this fight now. 3 wide into turn 4. What can possibly go wrong here on Vexation?
Oh, Carnage! Carnage.
Oh no.
Cossy, Vexation, and I believe who else was that?
It's Vexation there as well. So Cossy, Vexation, and I think it's Justin.
Yeah, Justin.
But Justin managed to escape it.
How the hell did Justin manage to avoid all that carnage?
Yeah, see, I don't know who was the. Did you see that? What was the cause of the crash there? But they just went 3 wide and just ran out of space there. That's what it looked like, and yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit ambitious, kind of 3 wide into that particular corner. Yeah. And fortunately, Vexation and Cossy paid the price. And I think this is one of the things you see whenever the faster drivers kind of qualify at the back of the grid. They have to make their way through a lot of slower drivers in, and it can throw up incidents like the one we just saw on stream there. So Vexation and Cossy back in P12, P13. I'm not sure if they're carrying any damage from that. Possibly.
Cossy seems to be missing an end plate at least. So
yeah, I think Vexation's alright. Yeah, he is indeed. Grassy Juice with a time penalty there. I think that's the first time penalty I've seen pop up so far. But
So I wonder what tire is Cossy gonna go on at this point in the race, because he can't go on the soft set. Probably hards, is it? And this, also the front wing change. So this is not gonna be easy for Cossy after this. Guys almost has to do 30 laps on these hards, and I know the hards are not the greatest tire on this track, but it's gonna sink his heart for this race, I think. But let's see what he can do from the back of the field here.
Yeah, and there's quite a lot of guys here running very, very close together. You've got like from P3 to P6 are running very close, and then P8 to P10. So a lot of battles in this midfield.
For 3 wide into turn 1, actually, Ronks, Keyboard, Magnussen, and Ingenio. I think Ronks is actually going up to P3 there, so Hearts are losing two spots there actually, because Ingenio also manages to snatch a spot from Hearts into turn 1.
Yeah, and Ronek's going for the defensive move already, but I think he's got enough of a gap, and he can swing out again and get the ideal kind of line into turn 4.
Yep. So.
And I wonder if Hearts' tires,
going a little bit down the field now, so I wonder if those.
Yeah, I was about to say that is his tires going off at the minute.
Yeah, it might be.
He's still hanging in there pretty nicely, so he's still looking pretty good for him at the minute.
Yeah, so just as we were saying a few laps earlier that the medium runners were hanging on well in the pack, so after that incident, Vexation is down to P12 and he's 21 seconds from the lead, so he has his work cut out for him for sure. But it looks like Vexation at least didn't pick up any damage from that incident earlier on, so it's actually the best medium runner at the moment is Pixel in P9. And he's hanging on to the back of Luca here actually, he's only 0.7 away, so gets DRS on the main straight now.
Yeah, and Gino just got a move done on Ron X, made it look pretty easy with a DRS there, so he's up to P3.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting him to do a little bit of a move on here, because I know that he did some very good performances in USA and Japan. Those are the ones that we commentated, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. There's Luca, a 3-second time penalty. I saw Justin in the pits as well. He's put on the hard tire.
Yes, that's I wonder why that is. Did he pick up damage as well? I don't know.
I wonder if he did. Yeah, not 3 wide incident. Yeah.
So there's 3 pretty fast guys at the back running on the hard tire now. So Justin, Light Cruiser, and Cozy, and their races have been massively compromised with the. I think Justin must have had damage, otherwise he would not have pitted yet. So.
Yeah, some tracks you can get away with that. Some tracks you can get away with that kind of wing damage thing. Like yesterday you were racing and you had a bit of wing damage in Russia. Not too bad. It was minimal damage, but it wasn't too bad. But on this track, I think it's going to be. Oh, and there's Ron X. Is he going for a move on Ingenio? Yes, he is indeed. He's trying to get a better run out of here off turn 3, and he's going around the outside.
DRS as well, so I think this is a done move for him.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yep. And there you see him just take off up the road. Look at that gap already as Hearts closes in and Ingenio's back and forth between these 3 guys. It's not over yet, and I think Nivek is joining the party.
DRS overtakes here, and Nivek has actually managed to get back to the game after his off in the final corner. So he's back into this train behind Hartza. The 2 guys up front are a little bit running away with it. So Duip and Herskari.
Kazi, sorry, Ice, but Kazi's had another incident. Don't know what happened, but he's just getting up to speed on the start-finish straight there. So I goes from bad to worse for Kazi at the minute. As Grassy Joe's is also involved in an incident. Looks like it's a bit of a strange one there. He's no damage as such, but he was completely facing the wrong direction there whenever I picked him up on screen.
Spun off then or something, so.
He's in P11 at the minute.
Yeah, so
and again,
plenty of action here today actually, so.
Yeah, I've got Hartza as well. He's about to try and move on Ron X. Is he gonna? Ron X has that DRS.
Wide again.
It's not gonna be what. Let's hopefully this.
Beck actually sending it on the inside as well, but.
Yeah, and I thought he was gonna lose it there, and he did lose it a little bit as he came through the second part of the corner, but he managed to keep it handy. Yeah, he's maintained
hard
speed
to
as well.
take evasive action there, almost off track there, but it's Ronks, Nivek and Hearts are fighting hard here for the last podium position actually. So,
yeah, and I'm not sure if it's just a graphical kind of thing, but keyboard's picking up a lot of smoke on those tires. I wonder if that's a braking issue.
Yeah, it's because he's braking without ABS on a keyboard. I think that's not as easy as we think.
Yeah, so it may be
Or
true that
probably
there's.
harder than we think. So.
Yeah, those tires are probably seeing better days at the moment if that's the case, because quite like at pretty much every corner you can see a puff of smoke going up.
Yeah, I think he needs to do another 1 or 2 laps on those, and then he can get on the mediums, and should be better for him. He's still hanging on in the DRS of these guys, so it's not going too bad for him. I think Nivecto has actually lost DRS here to Ronk, so that's pretty key as well. So did we have somebody actually pit? Did we? Yes. So Herskari has, or did he make a mistake? What's happened to Herskari? He's down to P8 there.
Oh yes.
I've completely missed that.
Yeah.
So, and he has not pitted either. So Herskari has somehow.
And he has damage. No, he does not have damage actually. No, he looks fine.
So he must have spun in turn 1 or something, because we are in the opening corners.
Yeah.
He's now down to P8, and he's lost a good bit of time there. So he's 12 seconds from the lead now. So he's lost almost 10 seconds there.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him because he's got a lot of fast guys ahead of him, and he's quickly came up in the back of Pixel here, and Pixel is on the back of Luca. So let's keep an eye on this battle as it. Yeah, we're gonna see people starting to pit here as well, as you see his leader Duep now in the pits. I wonder, and we're seeing Ascari as well pulling the pits. So there's 3 of these top runners in the pits. Hartza is one of them. Keyboard Warrior.
Yeah, and Duip also already exiting the pit, so that's the extent of his advantage over Herskari now, and Herskari making his pit stop now. So Duip getting a bit of a freebie here at the moment. He will be quite far up the road, I think. And Duip, after his pit stop, actually is ahead of Vexation, who had that issue earlier in the race with the 3 wide incident. So Vexation still has to pit as well.
Importantly, Duep actually has a lot of clear air ahead of him, so that's going to be key as well. He's going to be able to just get his head down and stretch out those legs, hopefully. He's got Vexation 2 seconds behind, so we'll keep an eye on that gap as these laps go on. We've got Pixel and P4 in those mediums, so we'll see how far he can run on those, and then he's going to be pretty fast and pacey on that last stint.
Yep, so what can we make out here? Danico, I think Danico is actually a ghosted car. Yeah, he is, so just wondering that he's actually still there, but that's not actually Danny.
Yeah, it's a sad sight to see, isn't it? It goes to Danny.
And also our drivers world champion Cosi in pretty much running in the final last position in the race. So
Vexation is out, yeah.
Retires from the race.
And it's on the start-finish straight. I wonder what happened there. He's just sitting on the start-finish straight.
What has happened there? Because it's like in the middle of the straight as well, the car. So has he hit the pit wall? I see bits of his front wing on the.
That is immediately what I thought, but I mean, how could you hit the pit wall? It was he wasn't going in the pits, he was on 12 lap old mediums, so he's still
Yeah, I've no idea what has happened there, but he has definitely hit the pit wall, because I see bits and pieces of basically a full front wing actually there on the pit wall, so I can't imagine what has happened there.
Yeah, shout out to, just while there's a bit of a lull in the action here, shout out to X Smoked in chat. He looks like he's just reading him and Wimpy are going back and forth. This X Smoked is he's just joined the league here, and he's about to do his first race on Sunday. So good luck with that, my man. Yeah, he's a fellow Northern Irishman as well. So the more the merrier.
So the stream is logging out from. Oh, never mind, it's working. Stopped for a little while.
Yeah, well, X-Mode, you're always welcome in SLR. We do a lot of practice sessions, practice kind of race formats, so it's a good way to get experience without actually being in a real league race. We know how nervy it can be to do your first league race. A lot of pressure on, you know, but it's just a case of getting the first one under your belt, and it can only get better from there.
Yeah, and if you're looking to do some race practice, just head to SLR Discord. I'm sure Wimpy or somebody can provide you with a link. I know promoting another league in this race, but let's. But we actually do like practice sessions there like regularly, so it's a good way to get some experience of racing online with other people. So
Yeah, big shout out to Wimpy for shouting out to Chief for the shout out to smokers. Oh, it turns out Smoked is Scottish. Yeah, okay, right. Forget about that. No, I'm only joking. We're all welcome here.
Ingenio and Ronk said it again on the main straight here on fresh medium, so everybody's pretty much except Luca has made their pit stops, and Ronk's getting ahead of Ingenio at this point in the race. So these guys have been battling for pretty much the entire race. Nivek picks up a 3-second penalty, and Nivek on the hard tire. So I wonder if that's the legendary game bug,
no.
because
Yeah.
it's definitely not the right call to go on the hard tire. So Nivek has kind of compromised his own race here.
Yeah, so let's do a bit of a recap. We've got the first position and second position. Pixel and Luca have yet to pit. Luca is making those soft tires last a long time. We've seen that before though in SLR. We saw tier 2. Silver was able to make them last, I think it was like 17, 18 laps for the softs.
18 laps, I think. He pitted on lap 18, so Luca pits now, and I think Luca also got. Did he get like fresh softs at the start? I don't remember, but 15 laps is definitely doable. So Luca into the pits, and let's see where he actually drops here with all these incidents that has happened in the race. So Luca, I think, will be in P7 after his pit stop. Nivek just coming out of there, so and Luca will be ahead of Nivek, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep, just about. Just comes out ahead of him there, and we're seeing a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2. I think that's Kazi again.
Yeah, cause he has pitted again for a medium, so I guess he just wants to do some laps. He's already a lap down from the leaders, unfortunately. So it's just a matter of a practice session, pretty much, for Cosi for the rest of the 20 laps, because he's out of contention for this race, unless we get a safety car, of course. Just gets out of the way here for other drivers. So I wonder, is he actually gonna just park it here, or what's his deal? I don't know. Oh, well, he's anyway. His race is pretty much done. So after that incident earlier in the race, so Pixel still reading this race. He has not yet pitted, and I would expecting him to do another 2 or 3 laps on those mediums, and then go for the pit stop. And wonder if he's gonna be out on the softs. And how long does a pit stop take here? 17 seconds or something, 18 seconds.
Yeah, it's not too long. It's pretty short, yeah.
So if Pixel can still maintain a decent pace here, he will have a good position to attack for P3, I think, at the end of this race. He of course has to pass a bunch of cars for that, but Ronks and Ingenio still going at it, actually, and I have a feeling that this is gonna go down to the wire.
Yeah, and also we've got Haskari he's catching up on Keyboard Warrior here. This Keyboard Warrior, once again, we're seeing there's plumes of smoke coming from his tires, so yeah, he's in with
like micro lockups.
Yeah, just tiny ones, but they're probably going to hurt the tire temperature a little bit. And Hartsit is, yeah, he's currently P5, but he's under a lot of pressure here. Scary is looking very pacey in this Toro Rosso today.
And Luca with the tire delta as well, because he has 4 laps younger tires than Hartsa, so I have a feeling that Hartsa is going to be hard pressed to keep his P5 here. Hartskari goes for the move on the inside and spins off as well, so another incident for Hartskari in this race, and very dangerous truck rejoin there.
Yeah, he almost collected Nivek. I'm not sure if Nivek got a damage from that. Didn't look like it, but very lucky not to.
I think he was ghosted, so it was very lucky, but extremely dangerous. So
yeah, so I mean, Ascari, I mean, that was a very ambitious move. He kind of stuck his nose in at the last second and got chopped off.
Yeah, he was too. I think that was a day late and $1 short, unfortunately. So Hartza had no, or Hartza had absolutely no need to get out of the way there.
Yeah, he just took his line, and yeah, Scary paid the price there, and it's unfortunate. It's put him back down to P8, and he's quite a way off. He's lost about, I would say, about 6-7
8
seconds.
or 9 seconds or something.
Yeah, so
7 seconds, I think.
he's got it all to do again. He's got Nivek ahead of him on the hard tires, so should close down pretty handily on
Yep.
him. The closest battle on track remains this Ingenio Run X battle, as they Ingenio just getting DRS here, but not able to close up enough to make a move this lap.
So let's say Pixel. I'm expecting Pixel to pit here just about now, I would say, or maybe one lap later. He's lapping about a half second slower than Duip at the moment, so I think at this pace, Pixel will drop down to P6, but he will of course be on the softs there at the end, so he should be able to challenge the guys, Luca, Hartza, and Ingenio, and probably Runks as well, and he's pitting now as well. So Pixel dives into the pits, and let's see where he actually drops here. Duip takes the lead of course, and he's a very lonesome leader of this race. The closest car is almost 10 seconds away. Pixel exiting the pits, and I believe, as I said, he will be behind Luca here. Yeah, so Pixel will have to put the charge mode on now with those softs.
Oh, and I'm seeing Luca having a look up at Keyboard Magazine. Looked like a bit of a repeat there of Scary on Keyboard Magazine, but Luca backed out of it, just rightly so there. But he's looking very pacey on Keyboard Magnuson. He's a Keyboard Warrior. He's had that many names. I think his actual name is different this time as well. Keyboard R, I see on my screen.
Yeah,
so
he was called something else, but keyboard Raghunathan. It's the
Raghunathan. Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah. So I think Luca's going to line him up here for a pass on the start-finish trade. He gets a good run out of the final corner.
Hartza has a lot of battery though, but Luca is quite close, so he should be able to make this move here.
Yeah, he's got DRS open. He's already got a lot of overspeed on him. He's going to go for the outside line. It looks like it might be one and done here before the corner. Yep,
so Luca up to P4. Pixel right on the back of Hartza now as well. I think will not be able to do anything about it on this straight because Hartza has a lot of battery, and he gets also DRS from Luca, so...
I wonder if Pixel is...
Oh! Did Hartza run wide, or did he... What happened there? I don't know.
Yeah,
so, looked like he just ran wide.
Yeah, he definitely got that line wrong, and it allowed Pixel just to slip it up the inside there, and thankfully no incident came of it, and Pixel is up to P5 and looking very pacey on those softs, so I wonder how far can Pixel get up this field here. He's got...
Yeah, I think up to P3 would be... it's going to be possible here, so, and actually P2 almost, because those are the same guy, since I forgot that Her's car is spun off and dropped away, so Luca is gonna have to defend for all his might here on the main straight to be able to keep Pixel behind him, but I think he will not be able to do anything about this.
Yeah, Luca's out of ERS completely, whereas Pixel has 50% left in the tank, so Pixel looking pretty handy as he...
with the race as well.
Yeah.
10.7.
Yeah, so he's on a charge here. He's got 2.6 seconds, 2.5 now to get to Ingenio and P3, so... Pixel's on for a podium today, it looks like, but he's got these two battling guys ahead, and Ingenio is closed right up on Ron X, but Ron X is...
those two have been going at it for 23 laps already, so...
Light Cruiser in the pits as well now?
I think he's just going for the fastest lap here at this point, because maybe he's just given up on those hards. I know they're not very good, so... Light Cruiser... will be, what, 7-8 seconds behind Paul, so Light Cruiser is still probably trying to look for points here at the end of this race. Paul is running on the hard tire, P10. So he's trying to get to your position. So Ingenio overtaking Bronx on the main straight here, and Pixel is already right behind them and will get DRS on the next straight, I believe, and sets another fastest lap of the race, 10.3. And he's caught up to these guys by 2 seconds on this lap alone.
And look at
Hartza has actually managed to overtake Luca at some point again, so
oh, interesting, yeah.
there.
Oh, Ron X is going to go for a move here on Ingenio. He had, I was about to say there, he has
Ingenio spins off. Ingenio spins off. I think there was contact at the exit of the.
Oh no! Did he catch his front wheel? Was it?
Yeah, I just saw him like slide off. So I think they. I don't know if he locked up or what happened there, but he spun off and. Oh no! So almost 25 laps of racing Bronx, and they finally came together.
Yeah, and that's allowed Pixel just slip on by, get that P3 position, is now closing up on Ron X. So Ron X, yeah, I was trying to say there, he's 86%, well 90% ERS, so he's obviously charging up for this battle with Pixel, hoping he can hold him off until those soft tires kind of lose their peak performance. But Pixel's already got a lot of overspeed here on Ron X.
I think this is gonna be done. So.
Yeah, Ron X not fighting at all with his ERS. He had one mode 1, which is low. As he come back onto this start finish race, he's put it up to hot lap now. He's in overtake, so is he going to try and get a move done here? It looks like he's too far back, but he's kind of looks on the inside there as if he's going to try and move, but I think it's better off. It gets a bit loose on the exit there. Sorry, Ice, go ahead.
Yeah, just I think Pixel is gonna get away with this here. So, and they're also on equal penalties, I just checked, so both have 3 seconds.
Yeah, and as you said before, Light Cruiser did indeed get that fastest lap at 1:10.2. Pixel might have something to say about that, though, as he's got a lot of clear air ahead of him.
So Light Cruiser is about 4 seconds away from points here, so he should be able to close up the gap to Paul and Kratsic on much older and slower tires, so Light Cruiser looking for that P10 here still.
Yeah, I'm just riding on board with Luca there in the final corner. He got a lot. I don't know if he outbroke himself there, but the speed at which he closed in on Hartza kind of maybe a bit hesitant. I thought there was going to be an incident there. As Luca tries to go around the outside, but he doesn't have the car long enough. But he probably is close enough here for a move on this second DRS straight.
Yeah, they're both out of ERS here. Hartza goes defensive. And Luca manages to make the move down on the outside. That's late braking and good stuff from Luca there.
Yeah, pretty clean move from Luca. Good to see from him.
So Luca up to P4 again. He already made it past Hartza earlier, but somehow lost it back. So Luca reclaims his P4.
Yeah, so we're probably going to see Keeper Magnussen, unless he's able to keep up with Luca here, he's probably going to fall back into the clutches of Ingenio and Ascari, or as we've seen previously, are very pacey around this track.
Yeah, Keyboard 0.6, so he will get DRS here on the main straight. I think that's Hartz's lifeline here to try and do whatever he can to hang on to Luca's ERS. They're both DRS, sorry, so both of them are completely out of ERS when I'm looking at it, so they're down to 3 and 5%. Hartz, yeah, it seems like he doesn't have the pace to hang on to Luca here.
Yeah, Ingenio not catching up too much on him at the minute. Ascari gets a 3-second time penalty, which is crucial. Light Cruiser is lining up Paul Berger, so he is making a charge, and he wants to get that P10 position after getting that fastest lap. So he has DRS here. Oh, Paul Berger moved across there. I think he had the right to do that, but it was a late move there.
Very late braking by him. Just kind of on the inside, and Light Cruiser has to yield again. That was
yeah, Light Cruiser just had to back out of that move completely there for Paul Berger. It looked like he outbroke himself, but Light Cruiser going to go down the inside there. Kind of sends him out wide. A bit of a karma move there for Light Cruiser.
I think Paul kind of turned on him there, so that was Light Cruiser corner, I would say.
Yeah.
It's they kind of came together there, so Light Cruiser makes that move and is up to P11. I think he's It's 1.8 down from Kratzijos and tries to. That's his next goal.
Yeah,
Of course, P10.
Ascari getting past Ingenio on the start-finish straight. He had that move done before the actual start line there as well. Luca with a
Luca
3
picks
second
up a
time
3
penalty.
seconds. I'm
That's
gonna have a
gonna
look at those penalties. So Luca has 6 seconds. Hartza has 3 seconds, I think. So
ooh, tasty.
and Hertzkari, if I'm right, also had 3 seconds. Yeah, so Hertzkari has 3 seconds. Ingenio has 1 warning only, so he's looking good against Hertzkari there.
Yeah, so Keeper Markson may well be P4 here by the end of this race, hopefully.
Yep.
Just needs to keep it together and hang on to the back of Luca. He's dropping off a wee bit, but Ascari is 3.7 behind, so...
There's another 8 laps to go, so it might be a difficult job for Hartza to keep under this P4. We'll see. So Pixel in the meanwhile has driven clear of Ronks as well. So Pixel, I believe, has 3 seconds. Ronks, let me have a look, also has 3 seconds. So that's on equal terms. I think Pixel is only 1 warning away from another penalty though, so he can't afford to take that at least. Can't. That was not clearly enough pronounced.
I thought you called me a name there.
No. But is that the Irish way of saying that word? I don't know.
A little bit, yeah. Depends which part of Ireland you're in.
Okay, so cannot. Is that better?
Yeah.
You say it somehow else. Canny, canny, whatever. I don't know.
Oh, that's ex-smoked. You'll know that. That's a bit Scottish. That canny.
Canny. Okay.
So Ingenio is on the back of his Scary here. He's 0.5 off him. It's fight here for P6, but Ingenio does not have a time penalty, so effectively he is P6 at the minute anyway.
Yeah, and Ingenio I think is just gonna try to hang on to this DRS here, and because he has a lot of battery left as well. So Ingenio and Herskari are closing in on Hartza here, 3 seconds away. They've caught up by almost a second on this lap on Hartza. So I think Hartza is starting to struggle on those 17 lap old mediums at this point. And yeah, Light Cruiser has actually made the move for P10 here, as I suspected earlier, but now he has 20 seconds. 20 seconds in front of him, and I'm afraid that's the end of his charge for this race. So Light Cruiser up to P10.
Yeah, you never know. Hang in there. He may well pick up a few positions there if there's any incidents, and there has been quite a handful of them at the start of the race, but it's kind of settled down a good bit now. It seems everybody's got the rhythm.
It's just Ingenio and Herskari who are pretty much within, and Nivek is actually on the DRS range of Justin here. They're both on the hard tire as well, so that's it's gonna be. I'm gonna have a look at the penalties for those guys. So Justin is on 3 seconds, and Nivek is also on 3 seconds. So equal turns there. Nivek gets DRS on the main straight, but is too far back on this occasion. And it's been a pretty good drive from Nivek, as far as I recall. Did he? I don't remember him being a standout earlier. So of course his strategy was not the right call today to go on the hards.
Yeah,
might have also been the game. But
he's had a solid performance, yeah, but not the optimum strategy. As I can see, Danny Coos Ghost up ahead. Sad sight to see.
Yeah, indeed.
Justin and Nivek are about to make their way past him once more, and Crossy Jokes with a 3 second time penalty shouldn't really factor in too much here. He's in the P11, so out of the points at the minute.
Yeah, we're sad to see Danny go as a ghost, because I know for a fact that he had pace to challenge the front runners there. So Danny would have been up there. We are sad to see him down there as a ghost. So maybe we need to start another fund for a new PC for Danico, like we had fun for Riggedy. Or we, but
Ooh,
it was
Ingenio gets a corner cut coming out of turn 1, turn 2 there, and 3 seconds is added on to his finish
yeah,
time.
that's gonna put him on equal terms with Hariscari, I think.
But
Yeah, they both have 3 seconds, and also Hartza has 3 seconds. So this is gonna be a big race for P5 at the end because they're almost up to Hartza.
Yeah, and Hartza, he's doing okay here. He's kind of holding them off, but you can see them just chipping away at that gap, and it's currently 1.4 with
And
4 laps to go.
we have missed another thing here by somehow because Luca has managed to get up to P3. Not the best of job by us on that front. So Luca, but I think Luca has, his 3 seconds more penalties than Bronx. So it's gonna be hard for Luca to get that P3 at the end. And he also runs wide there in turn 1. So and that looks like an extremely dangerous track rejoin, but it's safe in the end. So Luca losing that position that he just gained.
Yeah, and while that was happening, Ascari, I don't know what happened. Did he outbrake himself in turn 1? He's currently sitting at the side of the track. I wonder, is he going to retire out of this session? And it's just like I said for Light Cruiser, just hang in there and you might pick up a few spots.
But I think he's just going to give up here.
Yeah, a bit of a strange retire there. I wonder if that's a technical issue of some kind, but he does have front wing damage.
So just as there was a lull in action, I picked up on the Luca thing, and then we had another incident or whatever happened there. I don't know. Yeah. So did you see what happened there?
No, I just picked up. He's just as he ran.
He's been disqualified.
It looked like he didn't even make the corner at all. Like, it didn't even make an attempt to make the corner. So I'm thinking that maybe it's a technical issue. Maybe his wheel
might
malfunction.
Also been controller disconnected or some.
Yeah, very strange
random
one.
Thing.
Maybe find out after the race what happened there. But getting back to the race.
On the back of Keyboard Magnussen.
Yeah, he is wanting to get this moved on. He'll know that there's a 3-second time penalty for both drivers, him and Hartz up ahead. So he needs to get this moved on the track if he's to get these to get that P5 position. You can see Hartz is struggling there in turn 1.
Yeah, I think he's just taking a very tight line to get a good exit to this back straight here.
Yeah, he definitely got a good exit. It did pay off there, yeah.
Yeah, so Hartz does have battery to defend so far anyway, but it's gonna be a tough last 3 laps for Hartz for sure. Because he's picking up a time penalty, but he's all the way down there in P12. He's actually pitted for a set of softs here, so I wonder if because he's trying for the fastest lap of the race here at the end. Try and take it from Light Cruiser.
Yeah. And Gino is harassing Hartson now. He's got 2 laps left in this race.
Luca also on the back of Bronx here.
Hartsa gets a really bad, but Hartsa got a really bad run out of the final corner there, and it looks like Ingenious going to get this done before they cross the start-finish line, and I think that's the case. Hartsa's putting up a good battle there. You say he's got the ERS pretty full, and he's making the most of it here as Ingenious tries to swing around the outside. Hartsa is trying to hang in there. He kept that tight line again, trying to get a good exit, but I think Ingenious got this done.
And at the same moment, Luca also goes for P3 and makes the move stick into turn 4. And Hartsa gets his position back as well.
Yeah, Hartsa got that run back. I think I saw a bit of lag affect Ingenio there, which just to give Hartsa that edge and able to keep that position done. But I don't think this battle's over yet. There's still a 1 lap and a half left.
And Justin on those hards actually closing up on this battle, because I noticed a few laps ago it was 4.5 seconds to gap between these guys, so he's only 1.9 away now, and on 26 lap old hards. So
yeah, you can really see Keyboard really struggling out of these exits now, you know, with these tires. And what's he got?
Also on the final lap of the race, the race leader.
Yeah, both got equal amounts of ERS, so this is going to be it's all down to driver skill here, but Engineer's got the upper hand here. He goes for the outside line as he's got that DRS open. He got the move on there, but Hartz is trying to focus on that exit speed, and
Too far back, I think.
he's way too far back for this one. Yeah, Ingenio guarding that inside line with his life. Keyboard Magson able to
That
get.
lags a little bit again. So.
Yeah, did you see that? Yeah, that's exactly what happened last lap.
Micro lag.
And and it's happening
Oh, and
again.
Hearts.
Yep.
Yeah, so Hearts had to take evasive action there. So I think Ingenio is actually ghosted here. So, oh god, they're driving inside each other. Let's hope this doesn't end in tears.
Oh, and they're no longer ghosted, and they're side by side here. A bit of wheel tapping going on, nothing too much doing there. Hartsey gets a very wide line
And
into the
Justin
hairpin.
is in that mix as well now.
Yeah, he's introduced himself into this fight here. He's looking pretty pacey. Oh, and he got a bit wide there and goes for the inside line. What a bit of a cheeky move there. Late lunge from him and gets it done. What?
It's a big send. What on earth happened there?
Yeah, he got wide just before the final corner, and then he just he kept the hammer down and just lunged for that final corner. I think Hartzell left the door open a little bit, so he's a bit guilty of that one. And Luca as well gets I don't say get passed, but no, that's down to the penalty, so he's moved on to P4. Yep. So yeah, we kind of missed the action up front there. Duep on his debut, I believe it's his debut VRL race, and he gets P1 and pretty handily as well. 10-second lead over Pixel. Ron X is P3, very good performance from him. Luca P4, and Ingenio getting P5. P6 goes to Justin, and Hearts unfortunately moved on to P7 there. Nivek, Light Cruiser, and Grassy Joe's running out the top 10 there. So, what a.
Did Hearts get 3 seconds? So were they all equal on penalties actually there? Yeah, that's what it looks like. So all of those guys had 3 seconds. So
yeah, so they cancelled each other out there, but you just saw that action in the last corner, the very last corner actually. Justin put the move on Hearts and gets that done. Yep. I wouldn't mind seeing that again. Actually, it was pretty impressive. Yeah. I mean, I thought I honestly thought it was going to be a bit of a carnage there in the last lap, but yeah, he got it done just about.
Yeah. Very 28 lap old Hearts as well.
Very opportunist, but I mean, if there's a gap, as the saying goes, you got to go for it.
Yeah. So one thing I kind of missed from this race was seeing how the alternate strategy guys would have ended here, but they got involved in some incidents and couldn't show what they were made of today, unfortunately. Anyway, Duip with a pretty convincing win today. He pretty much led from something like lap 2 to finish, so I don't know, no fault there, definitely.
Yeah, probably a bit of a boring race from his POV, but
it's kind of impressive. Yeah, I suppose, but it depends on also the driver, because I remember in 2SRL Abu Dhabi, I was driving alone the entire race, and it definitely wasn't boring for me, because I was just, if you're in the zone and you're just focusing on every braking zone, every apex, every, corner, it's not boring as somebody would think. It's still fun.
Yeah, like I've never been in that position, but I imagine that it would start playing with your head a little bit, as you might get your mind might start to wander, and forget you're in a race, and the mistakes creep in. But so it's always very impressive when you see someone just dominate like that out front, and just pull away and control the whole race.
And I would actually like to correct myself there, because Pixel was one of those guys who started on the mediums, and he started in P9 and made it all the way to P2. So
yeah, that's right. We actually have the Mercedes guys here in chat going to join us in the booth. Oh, commentators booth.
I think we might need. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hello. There we go. Hi. Hello, Pixel. Welcome.
Hello.
We're going to bring in your teammate, Justin that racer, the two Mercedes boys in the chat. So yeah, just give us a kind of take on your race. I mean, Pixel, you had a pretty decent race. You tried that alternate strategy, and it paid off in the end there.
Yeah, I could have won if I did mess up my lap 1. I was like 4 positions there. But it was fine, P2, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, so it was strong race from you, definitely. And as I said earlier, you were the only guy who started on mediums and actually didn't die at some point in the race. So
Yeah, that's true.
Vexation and Cosi got involved in a 3-wide incident into turn 4, I think. So
Yeah, I saw that.
it was unlucky for them. So but you made it work and up to P2. So good job.
Yeah, good job from you. And also your teammate is in the chat. Justin, yeah, see you saying in chat there it was a fun race, and it certainly looked like it from our point of view. Lots of battles going on throughout the field, and you did pretty good, man. You made your way through the field there, and at the very, yeah, we were just saying there at the very last corner, you put the move on Keyboard Hearts, he changes his name that often. I can't remember what it is, but you know who I'm talking
Keyboard
about.
Raghunathan today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, talk us through that move. I mean, you went wide coming out of the second last corner, and yeah, you saw it looked like you just went for Hartzell left the door open, and you just went for it. So very opportunistic. But I mean, if you're going to go for a move like that, the last lap, final corner is when to do it.
Yeah. It
So
was difficult because I saw them fighting for the last 3 laps, and I saw that I was roughly 2 seconds quicker than them, so I thought might as well. And plus the gap was there, so I went for it. A little bit of contact, but it was a clean pass, I feel like, in the end, and it was a drag race to the end.
yeah, it was a very epic finish. We actually missed the the leader going across the line because of that move of yours, but we caught it all on camera. You'll be glad to know. I thought it was going to end in tears, you know, because it was because I saw you go wide out of the second last corner, and I thought, you know, it's going to be difficult to put a move on him with such a weird line coming into that last corner. But yeah, you just went for it, and it paid off. And I think you know, really Hartzell left the door open, and that allow you just to put that move on him. So unfortunate for him, but his loss is your gain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to point it out there as well that all the more impressive that you were on 26 lap old hard tires at that point. So yeah, very good job, I would say.
Thank you. Yeah.
To make that move on the final lap, and you were actually catching those guys pretty quickly toward the end of the race. So of course they were fighting, but yeah, maybe the hards actually came into play at the end there because you were at like a few laps before the end, you were like 4 or 5 seconds away from them, and then in the last 2 laps you pretty much caught up to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, I'm not sure how that affects. I know like pretty much the driver championships kind of wrapped up at the minute, but constructors wise, that'll do good for you and Pixel and the Mercedes. So don't know how it's going to affect it overall, but a lot of points on the table for the Mercedes guys. I know you're P3 previous to this race, and there was quite a gap to P2, but with one race left, I mean, it's still possible, I guess.
They might be. It's definitely not possible for P2 because they're so far away, Ferrari. But Mercedes might have secured their P3 in the championship today with this result because Alfa Romeo. Where did Ingenio finish? 5th or 6th or something. Anyway, so might be that Mercedes has secured their P3 in the championship with this result.
Nice.
Okay, so I think that wraps it up with you guys. Thanks for joining us in chat, both Pixel and Justin, that racer. Hopefully see you next week in Abu Dhabi. Looking forward to that one.
Maybe not next week.
Oh yes, sorry, yes, it's Christmas next week. Yeah, okay, so bit of a break, and then we'll, I guess, first week of the new year probably be back with the final race of the season.
Yeah, I don't actually know what's the plan here. Maybe just Justin know. I don't know.
I believe it's the week after Christmas or the week after that. I'm not too sure.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us in chat, Justin. We'll hopefully see you on track again soon enough.
Yep.
And Merry Christmas to you.
Talk to Light Cruiser as well, but he's.
Yeah, I tried to get him in chat, but he said he's too tired, and I just said he's an old man. He's his old man now.
Yeah.
Cozzy is asking if I caught his donuts on track. I did not catch those donuts.
I actually did at the very end there, but yeah, so think they're not on stream. I had it, but I was not streaming, so yeah. I saw your donuts, Cozzy. Unfortunately, not caught on stream, but I saw them.
Yeah, I think that's it for the interviews. I don't see anybody else
Yeah.
up for interviews today, so yeah, I think we'll just wrap it up there. I mean, we've had a pretty eventful few weeks on the EGL. We've had quite a number of events, like the the 21 tracks in one go event, which was like 4.5 hours of racing. Was kind of fun, and yeah, we had the EGL event, of course, and LOR did very good there. They won that title, their first debut performance in the EGL, with SLR second to SRL third, with Assetto Corsa coming up this Saturday. Before
Yep.
that, we have F2 for SLR, so there is some racing still there. You know, we're in that Christmas period. We're in a bit of a lull in the action, but we'll still have a few events coming up to keep people interested. And
Yep, 2 bar races at least, so.
yeah, so there's always something happening across the leagues. So keep an eye out AGL. We'll be back on Friday and then Saturday for Assetto Corsa. And then before you know it, we'll
Are
be
we
in.
driving or commentating on Friday?
That is a good question. Yeah, I've yet to do any laps in that F2. But hopefully we'll be. Hopefully.
Don't need to do any laps there.
Yeah, it's only F2. Like.
It's France, your best track, so.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll just show up. Yeah, I'll just show up. I'll do alright.
Yeah, so. But anyway, I can commentate or drive whatever.
Yeah, so we'll figure that out. Hopefully we'll be on track, and we've got. Yeah, I mean, if there's anybody listening out there who wants to try their hand at commentating, just drop me a line. We're always open to trying you guys out. I know we've got Bailey Thompson is eager to get behind the mic for a race or two, so we'll hopefully see that in the next few weeks. And as I said, we've got Tier 1, Tier 2 starting up in the new year, as well as 2 SRLs. We've got plenty of action ahead, so keep watching this space for more on that. And as I say, we'll be back on Friday with another EGL stream for the SLR F2 race in France. Until then, this is Ocean Chief and Icewind signing out.
Yep. Thanks, guys. See you.